All that remained was the Waimakariri, and nothing short of disaster was going to stop NZ1 Shell Hamilton. McDonald and McCall had a lead on Ward and only needed to stay in the water to win. Ward's tactics were to keep the pressure up to Shell Hamilton to force an error.
It's pointless just going too hard, but we certainly won't let Ken have an easy time today. We'll just keep pushing him along, basically like we did yesterday actually. We just kept him in sight, and on the downstream run we're only like a couple hundred metres behind him most of the way, so we'll just try and do the same today.
Cromie, on the other hand, needed to be careful. Pooley was knocking at the back door, just waiting for him to make a mistake.
Too late to relax now. The only reason we've got where we are is by hard charging and really working on it, so that's what we'll do.
Ray Watson and Bruce Wright were clearly hanging on to their class leads, with Noel Jeffries snatching D-class from Ralph Brown after an incident on the way out.
We led him down the river and he followed us, and we ran aground and he ran aground behind us. We got going and he didn't, and he got someone else gave him a hand to get out. Right, and we got 6 minutes, and that made the difference because we were 6 minutes behind him.
Less than a minute separated them as they headed for the Waimak Gorge. Another faultless run by McDonald and Ward saw them arrive together, but Cromie was nowhere to be seen. Had he succumbed to the pressure from Pooley? The B-class leader arrived, further raising speculation about Cromie. AC Delco finally appeared.
We're at full cry just below the bridge here. It was only about 4 mile down, and we just hit a couple of pressure waves on a corner, and she just spun, and she dug in backwards and just about rolled, but it was not deep enough for her to roll, I don't think. The water never tripped it up, it was just tripping on boulders, and we jumped out of the boat, pushed it back in the river, and away we went again. The painter said he'd guarantee the paint work, so we were just checking it out.
An air of expectancy gripped the field as it prepared for the final downstream leg. With impeccable timing, Eckroyd collected a tree and partially blocked the only way through. Fast-moving Andrew Stewart and Reliance panels took evasive action, up and over the gravel and back into the water. McDonald and McCall had made every leg of the marathon look so easy, and the final one was no exception. The pair, driving a boat originally built in 1986 and powered by a 454 twin-turboed Chev, had led from start to finish. While they conceded a few fastest daily times to other boats, there were no prizes for that. The only prize is the World Crown, which they regained, and nobody denied them that.
Number 2 for both of us, and and the first one for this boat. We haven't won it in this one before, so it's particularly sweet success, I think.
And what do you think of the event?
It's been great. Well, it's been a bit different. We've never raced in these flooded rivers. It's been fairly demanding on Colin the last couple of days, and on the machine, and it's all going, and it's fantastic. Yeah.
And no problems with it at all?
Not so far.
What did you do in preparation to come up with this? I mean, apart from the mechanical preparation, physical preparation, race preparation?
We did the 3-race series this year, which is our Canterbury series, which is all good preparation, which is a run over the 3 sort of months of the winter, and then we did the last week we've been round all the rivers, but that was all really to all avail because the rivers all been up in flood, and it was all different. But really, it's hours on the boat which counts, I think.
It gave us time behind the wheel and Colin navigating, and I think just even though you're only doing 40 mile an hour, it's good preparation rather than just getting in there. It's totally green, so to speak.
The real fight now was for third, with Pooley just 14 seconds in front of Cromie. A disadvantage had turned to an advantage. AC Delco started 1 minute behind, so all Cromie had to do to take third was catch up and stay there. They say where there's a will, there's a way. Unfortunately, this time there was no way. The Hearts Marine Just Muscles monster was giving up the ghost, and it was all Rob Pooley could do to make it to the finish line to retain 4th place and a B-class win.
We knew we had to push it hard to try and do it to Mark, and he knew we were there too, so we give it shit and buffed it, popped a piston, I think. Emptied the sump on the way down, ran out of oil pressure about 300 metres from the line, and had no oil pressure when we got to the ramp, but we got there and that was the main thing.
Interestingly, Pooley was the only non-Cantabrian to win a class. For Tony Ward, it was the bridesmaid's gown yet again.
Another bridesmaid, 3rd time now.
So what's next? What's your next plan? What's your plans next for here?
We'll probably park the boat for the next few months because we thrashed so hard on it before the race. We just need a break from it now for a while.
And it was divine magic for Ray Watson and Andy Green, winning the Blenheim Road Motor Hotel sponsored C-Class with a comfortable margin of almost 30 minutes. Try as he may, Ralph Brown couldn't claim back his Garden City Photographics D-Class lead.
He had a very good boat. It was quite a bit faster than us, and Noel's a very experienced driver and did a good job, and we just couldn't catch him.
7 days earlier, Noel had given us his tip.
Oh, I'd like to be at the top. I feel if you don't have the small boats and the lower budget boats in the marathon, you don't have the numbers to make it a marathon, and they're just as competitive as a lot of the racing boats if they handle well, and these boats do handle well. I think it's in my blood. I said this is my last year, but keep on saying that.
So you can't beat experience, something he and Ralph Brown share.
Well, I rode crew with John Hamilton in 1973 in the Rio Balsas in Mexico. We took 2 boats over from New Zealand and came in 1st and 3rd. I see Neville Sutherland, who drove the winning boat in Mexico, is a scrutineer in the marathon this year.
The 2-horse race in Rainbow Prince E-Class turned out to be a 1-horse race, with Bruce Wright 40 minutes clear of Gary Love. And success for Michelle Schreiber in Claimer class. She and boyfriend Rodney Crowe had tussled for the lead with David Gutzel in Dangerous Rhythm right to the end. Now, all they hoped was that no one claimed their engine.
Yeah, we made it. Home sweet home.
And held it together?
Just.
Keep looking just in case there's something popping out the sides, that we were right.
Yeah, everything started to make funny noises from the pylons down. Never mind.
And there's always someone trying to pinch the line.
No, it was good water. We were just coming down and we came hard around a corner and it was only about 3 feet wide. We just ran out of water. There was a boat right at my bum and we come around, there was just a tree laid over in the water. There was a gap on the side, but the boat just wouldn't come around. And so we hooked into the tree and just barrel rolled up onto the bank and then just rolled back down to the water and there.
Were you upside down in the water when you finished or what?
No, we're up on the bank. We actually rolled in the air. I mean, you can see the dirt coming for you, and there was a great big plot of dirt sitting on my shoulder. We just dug a big chunk out of the bank and just sat on my shoulder and fell into the boat, and but it was no problem, no one was hurt. Oh, definitely, yeah, for sure. Like, it took the bank out right through here, and we hit that bar and it just bumped us up, and then we just rolled back down. And it was really good.
It's all part experience, Gav.
Over quick, eh? Over real quick.
I tell you what, it's quick, eh?
Yeah, not far from home, mate. We just about made it.